Family, I've been finding out a lot of stuff being on fucking YouTube and following this Nolan Well situation. It is just so sad. The audio came out and you can clearly hear the people in the background saying, is he dead or hit his chest or whatever. Now, today I learned when you call 911 or any type of service that they can hear you before they even come on the phone. I always kind of felt like that, especially like when you call these operations and they put you on hold, they hear you and stuff like that, especially when you hear that clicking and they be hoping you hang up or whatever. But he called Safeguard. He called Safeguard to report a boat as sinking, and the boat, it wasn't sinking or anything like that. That was just a cover up. But you can hear them saying, "Get the fuck up, wake up." They were so fucking insensitive. I just want to know at this point, like, what did they get in a fight about? Did they get in a fight over a girl? Was they jealous because it was this handsome black boy? He had his life together. He was going to be somebody and he was going to leave his friends behind. Like, what was the fight about? And I want somebody to come forth. I wanted to eat up their conscience and somebody come forth and say, what happened to this little boy? Well, grown man, because he 18 now, but, well, was 18. But anyway, but I'm hearing all kind of rumors that they got in a fight. They hit him in the back of the head, which makes sense if he got a big old bruise in the back of his head. They hit him in the back of his head. They claim his so-called friends pissed on him. That's ridiculous. That's just sad. I mean, oh my God, they didn't have to do anything to that boy. He seemed to be like good natured and stuff like that. But sometimes when you're a good natured person like myself and you just mind your business and you don't bother nobody, people think that you're a pushover and they think they can harm you and do stuff to you. And he might was just such a good natured person. He probably thought, well, nobody gonna harm him or hurt him or anything. And these thugs, you can tell that they are thugs. They this little rich little thugs that then got their way, mommy and daddy rich. And they had it in for that little black boy. And I don't know what happened on the boat. We just know what little pieces here and there, what they telling us. Now in this picture, they claim Nolan in this picture, but I couldn't see him. I don't know if he laying down in the boat or they threw him off the boat. Because remember, they was looking for his body on the 5th and it just magically appeared on the 6th. But I'm hoping with all these phone calls and technology, we find out what's really going on, what really happened. At this point, I just want to know what happened. And then what made me think that it wasn't an accident, I was putting myself in this situation. If I was on a boat and my friend died, friend, associate, best friend, I would call 911 so fast. The fact that they parents are judges and lawyers, they should have just called for help if he really was hurt and if it wasn't no foul play. They should have just called, say such and such happened, or he fell off the boat, or he drowned. If it was really that way, and told their stories. But since it's a bunch of different stories out there, nobody know what's going on. They took it and cleaned their social media pages. They stole the boy phone, kept the boy keys. Since they was doing so much, it's bringing attention on them, and they looking like they lying. But I just want justice for him. And then whenever they play that phone call online, it's just so disturbing. I heard a girl say, hit his chest. Like, I guess they were trying to give him CPR. And then he could have like live. But if you don't know what you're doing and you haven't never took CPR, hell, you could be harming a person. And I'm wondering, did he drown or did he like hurt himself because they was young and they was drinking and something happened, or did he bump his head and then they tried to resuscitate him, and by them not knowing what to do and they're not trained in that field to do CPR, they probably harmed him even worse and probably killed him accidentally. Now, I'm not taking up for the little white kids or anything like that, but it's the fact that they didn't tell us what happened in the beginning and they wasn't honest. They should have just was honest from the start. Honesty go a long way, and it takes away confusion and all kind of bullshit. But since we don't know what happened, and there's so many different stories here and there, it's just bug ass wild. But all these stories you hear that's going on. One minute they wasn't, he wasn't on the boat. He was with a girl. Or then in 1 minute you hear they were fighting on the boat. Then somebody else came along and said that wasn't them that was arguing. It was somebody else. We just do not know. Like everybody is being hush hush and being quiet. And I don't want this Nolan Wells situation to be like, 30 years from now, we get answers because it's heavy on their conscience. I want it to be heavy on their conscience now, and they tell us what the fuck happened and what went on. So anyway, I have been talking for 6 minutes now, but that's it. That's all. Uh, I learned when you call for any type of service, and when they say they're recording your voice, they're really recording your voice even before they pick up. Not that I got anything to hide or anything like that. But anyway, I've been up here for 7 minutes and 12 seconds. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And on that note, I am out. Bye. Good night.